Hi everybody, today's dish is a world favourite pudding and across the world everybody loves apple crumble. What do we need for apple crumble? Well, we need the filling underneath, the apples, and then we need the topping, which is going to be made out of flour. We're going to have some oats and we're going to have some sugar and things in the top. So let's have a look at the apples. Some Bramley. They're quite strong tasting, but the skin's quite thick. And then you've got lots and lots and lots of eating apples. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have one of those, a yellow one, and a good old Bramley cooking apple. See, when I was a kid, we used to eat those raw. But as you know, eating raw apples, like cooking apples, can give you a stomach ache, so I wouldn't advise it. And we're going to peel this one, but we're going to chop up the coloured ones to have inside. So first thing to do is peel the apples. That's good enough. Slice the apple. Put it flat down, slice off, and take the core out. Best like this. Take the skin off. Take the middle out, it'll just peel back like that, and then on your fingers you come towards it there. That's one bit, or cord, peel up, peel down, ping it like that, and down. Taking all that skin off. There's my cooking apple done. I'm going to quickly chop that up, and quite big chunks. Actually, if you're not going to peel these apples, what do you need to do? You've got it in one, you need to wash them. Core the apples, take out the middle, but don't bother peeling them. We just want the colour. That's going to be great, isn't it? Mixing up there with the yellow. So, into the middle. 1, 2, that'll do. Again, sometimes if you cut the flesh, it's easier to start cutting. So if I start from the flesh to the skin, that's easier to cut. So there we have a great combination of colour, which is going to be in our crumble. I'm going to be making up 500 grams. Got about 500 ounces of apple. Ah, perfect. 500 grams. Good estimate. I'm going to cook that for a few minutes, but before we do, I'm going to mix it together with a bit of lemon juice. We're going to put sugar in it, and we're going to put a little bit of flavouring. We are going to add a little bit of ground cinnamon. Just a little bit of lemon into the apple to help it be nice and zingy. Squeeze a bit of lemon in. If that's going to have lots of pips, you can always squeeze it over your hand and catch the pips. There's a few pips there. Your hand is like a sieve then. So a bit of juice, lovely. 1.
So we haven't got any paper cuts.
And 2. Lovely. In apple crumble sometimes when it cooks you do get a watery lot of juice at the bottom. I'm going to thicken that up a little bit by just putting some normal flour in. And also at this point we need to add our sugar, and we're going to add a bit of cinnamon as well. So 50 grams of sugar. We're going to use a golden caster sugar. 50 grams of golden caster. Lovely. In that goes 50 grams of that. That's 2 spoonfuls of flour, and then we're going to make sure that that's well mixed up all around. Oh, smell that lemony, appley, bit of cinnamon, very, very nice. And we're going to warm that all up together. I could put this in the pie. Now, but what might happen is the outside of the apple in the pie gets all mushy. In the middle of the pie, it takes longer to heat up, and they stay more crunchy. By just heating it all up evenly, we get it ready to cook quicker. We'll add a couple of spoonfuls of water in just to encourage it to get cooking, and to get some 2 tablespoons of water, that'll do. And that's going to allow us to have a bit of a sauce in it. I was talking to somebody today, they said to me, well, whatever you cook, Mr. Cole, you mustn't add beetroot or chilli into it. I'm very tempted to get some beetroot or something else in there, but I won't, that's for another occasion. Lid can go on, and that can start cooking, probably at the maximum 5 minutes. We're just going to heat it all through. Yeah, oven turned on to 180, 190, something like that, 375. My oven's very quick to heat up, so I'll put that on in a second. Let's do the crumble topping. Now, I don't know if you can think about crumble toppings. The worst ones are just the powdery, dry, white ones that just have no taste or no flavour. So for our nice oaty, crumbly topping, we're going to have 4 ingredients. We're going to have our oats, flour. I've bought a wholemeal, got all sorts of poppy seeds, and it's got crunchy millet in and all sorts of nice things, which I thought would be very nice. Sugar, we're going for probably our golden caster, and then we've got the thing that's going to bind it together. We've got our butter. First of all, 50 grams of our flour. I might even, actually, this is quite a heavy flour. I might have a little bit of white in there as well. There we go, just a little bit of white. I like mixing things up, so 50 grams of that, pour that into there. Then I'm gonna get my sugar. Now, as a kid, I loved sugar, and I loved, when the phone rang, my mum used to answer the phone. That was my signal to get under the table as a 3-year-old and experiment with the taste of dark brown sugar, with Demerara crunchy sugar, sweet golden caster sugar, or even soft brown sugar. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I used to get told off though. We're not going to use any of the dark brown sugar because it's too treacly. We will be using a bit of crunchy sugar, Demerara, and probably a bit of golden caster. So 50 grams, and then I'm going to have half of the Demerara. That's going to make it nice and crunchy on top. Into the mix, 50 grams of oats as well. So it's 50, 50, 50. 50 of that. Has it gone down yet? Just going. They're quite light, aren't they? So a big volume of oats. They're quite lightweight. Then we can mix this all up. One more thing to add into that, and that is our butter, our binding thing. So 50 grams of butter. Actually, this packet comes with a 50-gram marking, so I'll just cheat and follow that. 50 grams of that, and we're going to cut it up into small bits. So we're going to rub this in by hand, little cubes. In it goes. So the idea is to mix this all together. You're spreading the butter into a thinner amount like that, trying to get the flour and oats to mix with it. Picking it up. Spent many an hour doing this as a kid, as well as eating sugar under the table. Nearly done, only a couple of minutes. But I'm going to call it a day on that and just add a little bit of honey. A little bit of salt as well, but just a little tad, that's enough. And then mix that honey and salt in. Oh, yummy, yummy, yum. I think we're ready to go. So all the fruit, all the apple can be poured in. The different colour skin. Oh, how fun is that? How fun, fun, fun. Spread that around. Sprinkle on the crumble topping. I'll spread that in a minute. Sprinkle that to the sides so it's evenly coated. I could be putting on some ground nutmeg, but I'm going to have more fun. I'm actually going to grate my own nutmeg on top as a beautiful flavour. I don't know if you've ever had nutmeg, but it's a gorgeous flavour of nut. Smell that nutmeg. You want a little grater like this. And you're going to be grating a bit off. And then this can go in for 30 minutes at the most. So how do we know this is ready? Well, it's been bubbling at the side and the top is nice and golden. We're going to let that stand for a few minutes before we serve it, otherwise it's going to be too piping hot. Come and have a look at that colour there. That lovely red apple there. Smells amazing. So I'm going to get ice cream and I'm going to get cream and we're going to quickly serve it on the plate. And keep this in one piece. That's enough ice cream, vanilla ice cream. Ooh, yummy, yummy, yum. Bit of honey on the ice cream. So we had honey on the topping. Oh yes. Colour, texture, it's not just mush. Perfect. So, yummy yummy pudding, you have a go and Instagram me your results.